Hey everyone, it's your lethal Sperg, John Peterson here for another Sperg Games. But before we pop the biscuits off this gravy train, I want to lay a little powwow with all of you. Now, as some of you may or may not have heard by now, last night I completely went off the bloody rails. And I see Josh is already in the chat. What's going on, brother? Josh, could you explain what happened before I give everyone my sincerest apologies and the reason why I broke down last night? While you get your explanation together, I'm gonna go grab some water from downstairs. My throat is killing me. Yeah. Well, that was one of the stories, but I had really dark thoughts and I broke down crying live on stream, so to any and all horror hounds that may stumble across this stream, either right now or on the replay, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry I acted the way I did. Again, Josh, I am extremely sorry. I'm going to use this experience to make myself into a better man. Now to quote everyone's favorite Gnomeboi, Keemstar, let's get right into the news. Start off with this story out of Chicago. A teenage boy died after he was struck. Boy dies after he was struck by semi-truck on South Side. A teenage boy died Tuesday after he was struck by a semi-truck on the South Side. Police say the truck was traveling westbound on 51st Street around 3:45 p.m. While attempting to turn onto Western Avenue, the truck hit the 14-year-old boy, according to police. The boy was taken to the hospital when he was pronounced dead. The driver of the semi-truck did not initially stop at the scene. Police located the truck and the driver a short time later on 33rd and Western. Police are investigating if the driver knew he had struck the boy. Police say the driver is cooperating. The driver was cited for failure to yield. The boy's identity was not. That's fine, man. I'm sure you can explain to the chat while I'm reading through these stories. There's not a whole lot of news that's been going down today. Up next, we got an update on the R. Kelly debacle. I'm fighting for my effing life. R. Kelly gets emotional in first TV interview since sexual abuse charges. R. Kelly got emotional In his first televised interview since being charged with sexual abuse against a woman and 3 underage girls in Chicago. Kelly, 52, was interviewed by CBS This Morning's Grail King and angrily denied the accusations. At one point, Kelly looked into the camera saying, "It's stupid to think that he would hold women against his will like this, against their will, given his past. Stop it. Y'all complain. I didn't do that stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my fucking life," he said in a video posted on Twitter Tuesday evening. Kelly was charged with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse on February and 2 months ago. A Cook County judge set bail at $1 million, calling the accusations against Kelly disturbing. A woman posted bond for Kelly on February 25th, and the R&B star walked out of Cook County Jail just hours after his attorney entered a not guilty plea on his behalf. Kelly spent 3 nights in jail. Each of the 10 aggravated criminal assault charges Kelly is facing carries a possible sentence of 3 to 7 years. That's 30 to 70 years. And probation without prison time. Time is also an option. The full interview is scheduled to air on CBS This Morning tomorrow. Now this one is actually from my neck of the woods. Now this next one is from my neck of the woods. Excuse me for 1 second. I gotta close the door. There we go. Alright. Member of Satanic Ripper Crew scheduled for release, police say. And again, this is from Elmhurst, Illinois, aka my neck of the woods. A member of a satanic cult whose members were accused of rape, torture, and murder will be released later this month for serving half of a prison sentence. The Elmhurst Police Department announced on Facebook Tuesday that Thomas Kokoralis, I'm probably mispronouncing his name, 59, will be released from the Illinois River Correctional Center on Friday, March 29th, after serving half of his 70-year prison sentence for the abduction, rape, and murder of 21-year-old Lori Ann Borowski. Police believe he and his brother, plus 2 other men, were responsible for the murders of up to 20 women during the 1980s? Holy crap. Just look, Josh, the Ripper crew were him, his brother, and 2 other dudes who I read in the article who the Ripper crew is. His brother, Andrew Kokoralis, received the death penalty and was executed by lethal injection in 1999 before it was abolished in Illinois. 2 other men connected to the murders are still behind bars. With 1 eligible for parole in 2042. Due to Illinois sentencing laws at the time, Corrales was eligible for day-to-day credit for good behavior. Now Josh says, it's kind of scary he's being released. Yeah, no kidding, Sherlock Holmes. Now, you said you don't know who the Ripper crew are. Well, your luck has officially run out, buddy, because you're going to learn today. The Corrales brothers and 2 other men were part of the satanic cult group known as the Ripper Crew. According to the Chicago Tribune, The group was known to kidnap the streets of Chicago and the suburbs in a red van looking for women to kidnap, beat, rape, torture, and kill. The Tribune said the group members would cut off their victims' breasts as part of a cannibalistic ritual. Sweet, merciful, damn. Let me read this last bit again. The group was known to stalk the streets of Chicago and the suburbs in a red van looking for women to beat, rape, torture, and kill. The Tribune said the group members would cut off the victims' breasts as part of a cannibalistic ritual. If this doesn't prove our justice system is screwed, yes. Yeah, you are A1 right. When I heard this story, I was pissed. I mean, this dude raped, beat, and murdered a girl. A woman. I'm about ready to punch a hole right through my bloody laptop screen. I swear to God. But I gotta keep reading through this. Alright. Borowski was kidnapped outside the real estate office where she worked. She was then tortured, raped, and murdered in May of 1982. This was about... Alright. Time to do some quick number crunching. 2019 minus 1982. This was about 37 years ago. She would have been 58. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Forget the fact hunt crap. I'm gonna need to break out the heavy artillery. I see Hey, Kojin. Kojin. Yeah, Josh, I think Kojin needs a little context for going off on. You know what, Kojin? I think you need some context, brother man. So I'm gonna read this whole article again, and I'm gonna let you give and I'm gonna let the utter insanity of this story a moment to sink in, my brother. I mean, Kojin, you're my boy. You're my brother, man. I love you. You're my brother, man. But I'm just so pissed the hell off right now. Alright, Kojin. I promised you I'd give you an explanation. And if anything, I am a man of my word. As you may have heard from Josh, last night, when I went back to live streaming, I utterly went ballistic. I mean, I was sobbing. I was even contemplating suicide. But Josh, and many other horror hounds, and personal acquaintances, including Genius, Mario Fan, Andy, and Brandon, bless their hearts. They pulled me out from the brink. And let me tell you a story, Kojin. Just sit tight. because you're in for a doozy. I wasn't always the lethal Sperg. I wasn't always the guy who would make decks and review decks made by you. Okay? I was born in Harvey, Illinois. It was a town close to the Illinois-Indiana border. And I was born to a couple of deadbeats. And, well, were it not for the swift actions of DCFS that fateful day, I would have just been another statistic in the damn drug war. Just another headstone. My real parents were deadbeats, to put it lightly. But I am absolutely redhead pissed at this story here. Member of Satanic Ripper Crew scheduled for release, please say. A member of a satanic cult whose members were accused of rape, torture, and murder will be released later this month for serving half of his prison sentence. The Elmhurst Police Department announced on Facebook Tuesday that Thomas Clarkus, 59, will be released from the Illinois River Correctional Center on Friday, March 29th, after serving half of his 70-year prison sentence for the abduction, rape, and murder of 21-year-old Lori Ann Borowski. Police believe he and his brothers, plus 2 other men, were responsible for the murders of up to 20 women during the 1980s. Thanks, Drago. Continuing with this article right here. His brother, Andrew Corrales, or whatever his last name is, received the death penalty and was executed by lethal injection in 1999 before it was abolished in Illinois. 2 other men connected to the murders are still behind bars, with one eligible for parole in 2042. Due to Illinois sentencing laws at the time, Corrales was eligible for day-to-day credit for good behavior. Now, this sentence here was what got Josh really into a redhead mode. The Corrales brothers and the 2 other men were part of the satanic cult group known as the Ripper Crew. According to the Chicago Tribune, the group was known to stalk the streets of Chicago and the suburbs in a red van looking for women to kidnap, beat, rape, torture, and kill. The Tribune said the group members would cut off the victim's breasts as part of a cannibalistic ritual. And Josh in the chat says, I am just now hearing about the Ripper Crew, and already I effing hate their guts. I don't blame you, dude. I mean, at least with me, Nephil, Pnoid, and the others, at least we're trying to take women's rights away, not bloody murder them! Jesus Christ! Seriously, Kojin, read this sentence again and give the other... Seriously, Kojin, read that sentence again and give the utter insanity of that a moment to sink in. Borowski was kidnapped outside the real estate office where she worked. She was then tortured, raped, and murdered in May of 1982. The police department said every officer and detective who worked the case is retired, but the pain the case caused the community still remains. Understanding that the parole of this killer causes much pain and grief, please know we extend our heartfelt condolences to the Borowski family, friends, and Elmhurst community. And know that the Elmhurst Police Department stands with you during this difficult time, the department said on Facebook. This is the Borowski's family fought against his release in September. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, I am just beside myself at how the justice system can be so screwed up in America. Usually, I'm all for respecting the cops, even if it keeps me out of their grip. But what were they thinking? I mean, forget the Smash Bros. thing. Forget the fact hunts. I'm gonna need some doggo videos. Maybe some Phil Collins mixed with Dave Wise. That works too. Now, Kojin. Also, Kojin, by my understanding, you had a new deck built. A Fire King's deck, yeah? Could you show that to me? Could you do me a... Could you do it? Can I get your okay to review that thing? I'm just bloody beside myself. I know, man. Just shoot me the link to that Fire King's deck, because I'm just beside myself at how incompetent. I'm just beside myself at how incompetent this country's justice system has become. I mean, it's bad enough that Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's former lawyer, had to go to Capitol Hill twice and straight up lied to their face. But just releasing somebody who tortured, raped, murdered, and cannibalized somebody who was in the prime of their life, it's just, oh, good Christ in heaven. Sometime today with that link, Shinigami. I'm just, nothing to say. I need something to do to get my mind off of this. Might be. Riligion. I'm gonna link you the article. Buffer. That was fast. No, screw off, Kojin. Screw off. Ah, the hell with this noise.